Hello everyone. Um, Hello everyone. Today we are beginning with our new session, the session 3.2, the chapter 2, and session 2. No, the chapter third, and the session second of the chapter third uh, of the book 1. Until now, we have covered each chapter in 3 sessions, and this is the third session of our uh, this is the second session of our chapter third. So this means we have covered 3 in first, 3 other than second, that is 6, and this is 2 in this session. This is the 8th session of our lessons that we are studying. So our today's lesson is on the sentence structure, and let's begin learning together. The sentence structure, subject of sentences. In chapter 1 we learned that sentences have subject and verbs. Here is more information about subjects. Now we have rules here, we have examples. A subject can be a noun or a subject pronoun. Ryan likes sports. So Ryan is a noun. This can be a subject, can be a noun. This Ryan is a subject here. E watches sports. E, subject pronoun. He, she, it, they, we, you, I. These are all pronouns, and if used in a sentence they are the subject pronouns. Instead of a noun they will become a subject pronoun. So he watches sports. The second rule is the subject comes before the verb in a statement. In a statement, subjects come before verbs. So Rian likes sports. We say that. See, Rian is before the verb like. This is Rian is the subject, this is the verb. So see, he plays. On weekends, he plays. Subject, he is the subject. Verb is the play, and this is like the subject is before the verb. Here also, he watches sports on TV. He is before watch. Watch is the verb, he is the subject. And the third rule is a verb can have more than one subject. So Rian and his friends play at the park. Rian and his friends play at the park. Rian and his friends are the two subjects. They play at the park. So now we come to our practice. The practice 5. Identify subjects and verbs. Work alone or with a partner. Find the subject and the verb in each sentence. Circle the subject. And write S above it. Underline the verb and write V about it. Supposedly here, my friends Mark Khajavi. My friend Mark Khajavi is a talented photographer and a successful business person. So, see, this is the circle, the subject, and the verb is underlined V. The second sentence, let's see. A's photos are beautiful. A's photos is the subject, R is the verb. He takes pictures of people, places, and products. He is the subject, takes is the verb. People often ask him to take pictures at their weddings. People often ask him. Ask and people. Subject, ask is the verb. Their products for companies hire him to take pictures of their products for advertisements. So companies is the subject, hire is the verb. Hire him to take pictures of their products for advertisement. So now here here is one thing is information is given all here again. To take is also a verb. So which verb is it? Are we saying the hire should be the main verb here, or the to take? To take is also a verb. He's also taking photo, but him is not a subject again. It's an object pronoun. So which one? Let's get to let's see this one, which one is. Let's search about this one and find out which rule shall we follow here. What should we do? Which one shall we take a subject and which one should we not? Okay, so this is companies hire him to take pictures of their products for advertisement. Companies hire him to take pictures of their products for advertisement.
According to TopTenny.com, Kramer Johnson is not just one person or photographer. It is the name of a photography team that consists of two persons who are Neil Kramer and Corey Johnson.
What is the subject and the verb in this sentence?
The subject and the verb in the sentence is companies. The verb is hire. The sentence is in the active voice, and the subject is performing the action of hiring. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What about to take? Isn't it a verb in this sentence?
Yes, to take is also a verb in this sentence. It is an infinitive verb that follows the main verb hire and indicates the purpose of the hiring. The subject of the verb to take
Let's start back again. Companies hire him to take photos of their products. Companies hire him to take photos of their products.
Searching for product photography.
What is the subject and the verb in this sentence?
The subject of the sentence is companies, and the verb is hire. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What about to take? Isn't it a verb?
No, to take is not the verb in this sentence. The verb is hire. To take is an infinitive phrase that acts as the direct object of the verb hire. The sentence can be understood as companies hire him so that he can take photos of their products. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What do you mean by infinitive?
Searching for infinitive. In grammar, an infinitive is a verb form that can be used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. Infinitives can be used in a variety of ways in a sentence. They can act as the subject of a sentence, the object of a verb, or the object of a preposition. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What is to take, acting as?
To take is an infinitive form of the verb take. An infinitive is a verb form that can
What is to take, acting as in this sentence?
In the sentence, companies hire him to take photos of their products. The infinitive phrase, to take photos of their products, acts as the direct object of the verb hire. It explains the purpose or reason for the action of hiring. In other words, companies hire him for the purpose of taking photos of their products. Is there anything else you would like to know?
So, but to takes also shows an action of taking the photography, taking photographs.
Searching for infinitive phrase. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand your question.
The verb, the to take, the infinitive to take, it is also showing action here. Why isn't it chosen as the verb?
In the sentence, companies hire him to take photos of their products, the verb is hire, and the subject is companies. The infinitive phrase, to take photos of their products, acts as the direct object of the verb hire and explains the purpose or reason for the action of hiring. In other words, companies hire him for the purpose of taking photos of their products. The infinitive to take is not the main verb in this sentence, but it is part of the direct object. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What do you mean by direct object?
Searching for direct object. In grammar, a direct object is a noun or pronoun that receives the action of a transitive verb. A transitive verb is a verb that requires one or more objects. For example, in the sentence, companies hire him to take photos of their products, the verb hire is transitive and him is the direct object. The direct object answers the question what or whom after the verb. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
So here, we got to know that this is the verb with to. It is an infinitive form of the verb, and it is showing the object. The object means the purpose of the verb hire, and it is not the main verb here. So the main verb is hire, and to take is not there. They hire him. All right. And now again, the next sentence: hotels and restaurants hire him to take pictures for their websites. Hotels and restaurants. Hotels and restaurants is the subject, or we could separate them as well. And hotels is a subject, restaurant is also a subject, and they again hire him is the verb. Him to take pictures for their websites. Most of the time, E works. E is the subject, and works is the verb. In Chicago, sometimes he travels is the subject. Travels is the verb. To other parts of the country. You can see examples of Mark's work on his website. So you is the subject here. Let's find out. You can see. Can and see or both the verbs. Let's say which one is the main verb again here. And this is a fun topic now. Let's go dive again to this. We will search here. You can see examples of Mark's works on his website. In the sentence, you can see examples of Mark's work on his website. Which is the subject and which is the verb? So in this sentence, you can see the examples of Mark's works on his website. The subject is you and the verb is can see. The subject is the person or thing that is doing or being something, while the verb is action or state of being. In this case, you is the person and can see example of Mark's work. Who can see the examples of Mark's work, and can see is the action that you're able to do. Is there any things you would like me to do? Aren't can and see two verbs?
In the sentence, orange can and see two verbs. Can and see are both verbs. However, the sentence is not grammatically correct.
Aren't can and see two verbs?
Yes, can and see are two separate verbs in the sentence. You can see examples of Mark's work on his website. In this sentence, can is an auxiliary verb that is used to indicate ability or possibility, while see is the main verb that describes the action of perceiving with the eyes. Is there anything else you would like to know?
So how are these two verbs describe one action? How are these two verbs describing one action?
In the sentence, you can see examples of Mark's work on his website. The two verbs can and see are used together to describe one action. Can is an auxiliary verb that is used to indicate ability or possibility, while see is the main verb that describes the action of perceiving with the eyes. When used together, can see indicates that the subject, in this case, you, has the ability to perceive something with their eyes. In this sentence, the two verbs work together to convey the meaning that you were able to see examples of Mark's work on his website. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What is the verb can see?
Can see is a verb phrase that consists of two verbs, the auxiliary verb can and the main verb see. The auxiliary verb can is used to indicate ability or possibility, while the main verb see describes the action of perceiving something with the eyes. When used together, can see indicates that the subject has the ability to perceive something with their eyes. For example, in the sentence, you can see examples of Mark's work on his website. Can see indicates that you have the ability to see examples of Mark's work on his website. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Alright, so for this sentences will be learned that you is the subject, can see is the verb, because this indicates that this you has the ability to see. What you can do is you can see the Mark's works on his website, and you is the person who can do that. Okay, so this is also finished. Let's go writing complete sentences. These groups of words are not complete sentences. What is missing from each sentence? These groups of words are not complete sentences. What is missing in each sentences? Is friendly. Is five people in as 5 people in our family. So you see what is missing here. Is friendly, the subject is missing. Subject is missing. Has 5 people in a family. So is friendly. Who is friendly? Who is friendly? Is friendly. What? What is friendly? Has 5 people in a family. Who? Who has 5 people in a family? That is not there. So that is the subject. The person or thing is missing. Alright. Who is friendly? Who is the 5 people in a family? The subject of the sentences are missing. A sentence needs a subject. For example, you could write Bella is friendly. She has 5 people in a family. These groups of sentences are not complete either. What is missing from these sentences? My brother in Los Angeles. Apple, bananas, and pears good. So what is missing here? My brother in Los Angeles. It doesn't show any action. What? 2 names. My brother in Los Angeles. Apples, bananas, and pears good. There are no verbs in the sentences. A sentence needs a verb. For example, you could write My brother is in Los Angeles. Apples, bananas, and pears taste good. Identify incomplete sentences. Practice 6. Work alone or with a partner. Look at each sentence. Check complete or incomplete. Correct each incomplete sentence and identify the problem. Write no subject or no verb. Alright, here the capital of China is Beijing, so this is complete. Beijing, a big city. There's no verb there. The city 500 years old. Here again, there is no incomplete and there is no verb. What is missing? Here should have been is. The city is 500 years old. So the second one, San Francisco has many attractions. San Francisco has many attractions. So this is a complete one. Is cool in the summer. Is cool in the summer. It has some interesting buildings. So this is the summer. This is again incomplete. What is missing here? The subject. What is cool in summer? So we can say it supposedly here, no subject. So probably we could say here it is cool in summer. It has some interesting buildings. Many tourists travel to Mexico. This is complete. Like Mexican food. Visit the beach there. So this is incomplete. What is it they're saying? That like Mexican, like is the verb. There's subject. Who likes? What likes? So supposedly no subject again. We could say here like as they. Many tourists. They tourists. We could use they for them. And visit the beaches there. Again no subject. It's incomplete and it's no. We could use here as well they. They visit the beaches there. For the beaches of Thailand nice too. This is incomplete sentence. The beaches of Thailand. This is no verb here. Where should it have come? The beaches of Thailand, and here should have come are nice too. Tourists like the beaches of Thailand. So this is a complete sentence. Many tourists photos. Again here it's incomplete, and what is missing here? Tourists, the subject, photos, and verb, no verb. Where we could have used take. Many tourists take photos. 5. Sydney, a city in Australia, is incomplete. What is missing? Verb, no verb. Sydney is a city in Australia. It has a famous opera house. This is a complete sentence. Many visitors to Sydney. So this is again incomplete, and what is missing here? Again verb, no verb is here. Subject is there, many visitors. We could say here come or go, come to Sydney or go to Sydney. Practice 7. Edit for incomplete sentences. Find 6 more incomplete sentences in this paragraph. We have to find 6 more. Make corrections. My friend Yasemin is an interesting person. She lives in Seattle, Washington. Okay, so she is young and single. Let's see. She again is. She is missing here the verb. She is 24 years old. Here the subject is missing. Works in a women's clothing store. Here again should have been she. Works in a women's clothing store. Is nice place to buy clothes. It is a nice place to buy clothes. Yasmin likes her job. Clothes very important to her. So clothes is missing a verb, and we could use here are. Clothes are very important to her. Loves to shop. Here she should have been. She loves to shop. She spends her money on new clothes and shoes. She has a plan to open a clothing store. She wants to have her own business. It's a good idea. It's a missing verb here. It is a good idea. It is a good idea. So let's see how many did we find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yo! We did it! Grammar. Let's do some grammar. Negative verbs. In this chapter you learned about the verb be in negative statement. Review the information in the chart. The verb be in negative statements. Subject be not. I am not. We, you, we, they are not. He, she is not ready. So you write them like this. In chapter 2 you learned about simple present verbs in affirmative sentences. These verbs have 2 forms. Simple present verb in affirmative statements. I, you, we, they work. He, she, it works. So they have 2 forms. The verbs, the affirmative verbs. Either it is work for I, you, the, or the works uses adds an s or an es or an ies to the end of the verb to make it fit for these he, she, it. Simple present verbs in negative statements have 3 parts. Do or does. Simple present verbs in negative statements have 3 parts. Do or does, not, the base form of the verb. the simple present. These simple present verbs, they will be having three parts: do or does, and not, and the base form of the verb. How? Subject, do, does, not, base form of the verb. Are, you, we do not work. He, she, it does not work. So this is how it works. Okay, let me just summarize this part. This is a tricky part. So we have the verb, the statements with a be verb, like she is student. She is a student. If I want to make it negative, so it becomes she is not a student. This is the negative form of the verb, this statement. So this indicates she's a student, but this says she's not a student. This is a negative form. But in the simple present tense, when we use the verbs like I work, to make it like negative, there's no to be verb. When there's no to be verbs, to make this verb negative, I have to use these do and does. These verbs, do, does, to make it negative. So I say I do not work. That is why they come in three parts. We use do, we use not, and we use the base form of the verb. For she, if we use the third person, works. So this is like she works. But for the negative, it will be she does not work. You see, we have used the base form of the verb here again. Not she does not works. Notice that the es here is already taken in does. So this verb in negative form has already taken the es, the base form of the verb do. So we do not need to add to the main verb again an s. Alright? Hope that makes it a little bit easier to understand. Why do we use? Because there is not, the to be verbs do not exist in these sentences. We have to take help of the do and does to make these sentences negative. Underline the simple present verb in the first statement. Use the same verb to complete the second statement, but make it negative. Supposedly, in soccer, the goalkeeper catches the ball with his or her hands. The other players do not catch the ball that way. So, the goalkeeper wears gloves. The other players. So the goalkeeper wears gloves. The other players, again here, what will come to make it negative? Do not wear. The goalkeeper wears, but the other players do not wear gloves. All the players on a team wear the team uniform except the except the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, it is a singular subject now again, does not wear. Notice here we don't say wears for goalkeeper again, no? The does is already doing the job. The goalkeeper stays near the goal, the other player near the goal. The other players again do not. Here stays is the verb, so we make it negative. We say do not stay near the goal. Some soccer players score goals. A goalkeeper score is the verb here. Does not score goals. Most soccer players do a lot of running. The goalkeeper, so do a lot of running. Running is the verb. Okay, no. Do. Most soccer player so goalkeeper does not or doesn't could come here, but we haven't gone to the short form of the verbs yet, the negative, so the contracted form is like the does not as doesn't. But it is okay, does not do. So you say this do and this does. This do is the main verb here, and this is the does is the helping verb to make this one negative. Practice now affirmative and negative verbs. Complete the paragraph. Fill in each blank with the correct affirmative form of the verb in the parentheses. My brother Raoul leads a busy life. Okay, so leads. That's an example there. He, the verb have, it becomes for he is, it is, has. For the singular subject, it is has. A full-time job, and he works long hours. He makes good money, and he enjoys spending money. He goes out on weekends with his friends. Raoul likes eating in restaurants and going shopping. He again has a nice car. On weekends, Rahul be the verb for be is he is usually out having fun. Write a paragraph. Change Raoul to Hector. Make all the verbs negative. My brother Hector does not lead a busy life. He does not have a full-time job. And okay, so let's write this. This is a challenge. All right. Okay, so here we will write about this. My brother, now Hector. We changed Rahul to Hector, and now we write about my brother Hector. My brother Hector. Okay, so the Rahul was leading a busy life, and he does not. Hector does not lead a does not lead a busy life. He has a full-time job and he works. He does not have a full-time job. He does not have a full-time job and he does not work long hours. He does not work long hours. He makes good money and enjoys spending money. So he does not make good money and does not enjoy spending money. He goes out on weekends with his friends. He does not go out on weekends with his friends. Raul likes eating in restaurants and going shopping. Hector does not like eating in restaurants and going out shopping. He has a nice car. He does not have a nice car. On weekends, Raoul is usually out having fun. On weekends, Ekta is not usually out having fun. So yeah, this is the paragraph that I've written. Yeah, check the paragraph again and go back a little bit, check the paragraph, and then let me know if I have made any mistakes down below in the comments. Thank you. Alright, we go to the next exercise, the next practice. Correcting verb for errors. For one verb error in each statement, make corrections. My best friend is need a new job. Okay, so yeah, they have made is need is wrong form and this is needs. My friend name, my friend's name Massimilian, and this is here for find one verb error in each statement, make corrections. So here it's missing is. People call, okay, so this is wrong. People call him Max. This S is not there. He work for a bank. He works. S shall be added here. For a bank. He is not like his job. Okay, so here it's wrong. He does. He does not like his job. His job, it's not the right job for him. His job is not the right job for him. He does not want to stay at the bank. He does. He does not want to stay at the bank. He wants to play his guitar all the time. He wants to play his guitar all the time. Max and his friends has a pop band. Max and his friends is a plural subject, so this should be have. They are good musicians, but they are not make any money. But they do not make any money. Try it out. Work alone or with a partner. On a sheet of paper, write 8 or more sentences about the Kim sisters. Use your imagination. Include both affirmative and negative verbs in your sentences. On a sheet of paper, write 8 or more sentences about Kim sisters. 8 or more sentences Include both affirmative and negative verbs in your. Ronnie teaches math at high school. Alison does not have a job. All the sisters have friends. So these are Kim's sisters. Kim's sister, let's say this is Lizzie. This is Emily. This is Ronnie. This is Alison. Alright, now you're supposed to write 8 sentences. A very tedious job. God. God help us. God help us. God help us. God help us. Okay, let's say I hope this is taking all the photos. So let's see. Now write 8 sentences about them. About Alice, about Kim's sister Leslie. Alison does not have a job. We're now anticipating and writing things. Let's say Lizzie. Lizzie does not wear skirts. So these are like all, this is negative sentence. Now we say Emily